You're listening to Confessions of a Counselor podcast. Here we will talk all things mental wellness.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Confessions of a Counselor. I'm your host, Janice, and today I thought we would talk about the question that I get in session from clients on a fairly regular basis. So this isn't as common of a question, and it comes in a couple of different variations, but one that I see often, which is, can I do insert behavior here? So this is a question that I see often, again, kind of lining up with that permission seeking that we've talked about in previous sessions. Okay, let's jump right in. So as we explore the question of, can I do this, right? Can I explore this? Is it okay to do this? These behavior questions where you're asking for approval from the therapist, right? Which is a very common, right? Again, it's a question that comes up on a fairly regular basis in a therapy session. And I think that it makes sense, right? We're looking to the therapist to approve of or to give insight into, is it okay for me to do this behavior? And I think what's happening here is that dynamic that where the therapist is seen as the expert. And I think this is where we want to shift that mindset and realize that you are the expert in your life, right? So me sitting with you in the room as your therapist, I can give guidance. I can offer suggestions on how to make things easier, or offer insights that you might not have known about. But when it comes to deciding if I can do this thing or if I should do this thing, I want to start to flip the script and recognize that you are the expert in your life. You know best if this thing is okay. So when we notice ourselves in therapy asking for permission or asking for approval to do a certain thing or to show up in a certain way, I want us to start to think about that it's okay to give myself permission. It's okay to approve myself because you are the expert in your life. You know what's best. So we want to start to shift that and start to see how can I show up for myself rather than looking to this perceived expert. How can I look at myself as the expert in my own life because I know what's best for me? So I hope that helps, and I hope that kind of starts to shift some dynamics for you. Until next time, take care.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Confessions of a Counselor podcast is available anywhere you like to listen to your podcast, both on Apple and Android. New episodes will be released every Friday. If you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to join the conversation. Leave a review or subscribe to the podcast hosted on the Anchor app. All these details can be found at janicelyons.com. Until next time, take care.